Hey everybody, this is Eric Salas, and my passion is teaching. And we're gonna bring this passion that I have together with this new program, Coach Now. This is something I do every single day. This is not a hobby. This is not something that's part-time. I have traveled all over the world, had the honor of traveling all over the world, meeting incredible people, thousands of students. Let me tell you a little bit about what makes a successful training program. So there are certain elements that you need. First of all, you need connection. If you're going to be working with a trainer, if you're going to be working with a student, if you're going to be working with your dog, there needs to be a connection before they're willing to do anything for you. It has to be fun. People do things because it's fun, and that motivates them to want to do more. Same thing with the dogs. There has to be amazing communication. And that has to be consistent and it has to be accurate. And leadership. Leadership is everything. If you do not think that the person that you are learning from is somebody that you respect or trust, then there's no reason for you to even do that. And the same thing goes for your dog with you. Now, one of the things about working dogs, dogs with brains, dogs that have been selectively bred to do jobs, they have a very powerful brain and very similar to a primitive animal. And so their village, their rules. If you travel to a foreign country, you got to abide by their rules. And a lot of these animals, they're easy to work with when they're puppies, but as they get older, they can get a little bit more difficult and they become a little bit more stubborn. So why do people contact me? Many times because of problems that they have in and outside of the ring. Now, they'll contact me with things like, hey, my dog won't stand for the judge, my dog won't gate, my dog won't get its nose off the ground. I mean, just thing after thing after thing. And they keep practicing working with that particular thing, and it's not getting fixed. Well, that's why they're contacting me. Well, the real problem is not the gating or the judges or anything like that. The real problem is the foundation training, the connection. And so that's step number one when you want to develop a successful training program. If I was going to teach you anything, whether it be training dogs, firearms training, photography, anything like that, we have to establish a foundation first, and then we build upon that. And most people go right into a training program without any kind of foundation, and that's a total key to not having success. Now, my job, my role, my responsibility is here to be your coach. Now, whether you are a novice to a pro, my job is to make you better. My job is to work with you to identify your weaknesses and turn them into your strengths, to push you beyond your comfort zone. If you are just taking a class with me and I just make it easy all the time, then what usually will happen at that point is you won't get any growth. When you get growth, that's when you're running into these little walls and we overcome these problems together. What I am taking on the responsibility of is training you for elite levels of competition, not to just go in there and play and stuff like that. If you want to go in and play, yeah, you can go in there, have fun. But with my programs, they're to train you for elite levels of competition. We're talking groups, best in shows, national specialties, things like that. Some of the training options that we have here at Canine World are in person, live online, ringside mentorship, private or group online lessons. There's an abundance of different ways that we can approach working together. And the cool thing about this is that you don't even have to come around here. We can do this online. We have invested in a program called Coach Now. This is something that professional football teams have used, professional golfers, tennis players, baseball players, to really have a strong relationship with their coach. It would be extremely expensive, cost prohibitive, to have a coach with you every day of your life. But with this program right here, it allows me and you to be together all the time without having to ever leave our house, if that's the case. So how do we do this? We do this with video. We need to see video so we can help you improve. Video is the key. When I see video of you working with your dog, then I can identify those weaknesses and turn them into your strengths. I will produce video with my dog and I, so you can see an example of how things need to be done. Now, with most of the training in the past, when it's been online, if you did have some video footage, then your coach or your trainer would type in some instructions of any feedback to take you to the next level. This takes it to a whole new level. You can have a voiceover directly on your video. So it's like when you're watching the video of what you're producing with your dog and you, then you will hear my voice when I make my comments in real time as it goes through that video. How cool is that? It's like me being right there with you. Now, the other thing is there's additional tools that we will have in this program where I can draw lines, I can pinpoint things, I can describe certain angles and things like that right on your video. We even have an AI skeleton where I can pinpoint certain points of your skeletal structure and show you where you're leaning too far forward. Your stride is not long enough. We have the ability to make hyper slow motion so you can see all the details of what you're doing to make your dog look good or to make it look non-judgeable. Now, we're also going to have an ability to compare video side by side. So let's say when you first start a specific skill and then you go forward 6 months and you want to see what any changes have been made in a positive manner. You can take the video that you produced today and then compare it with the video that you did 6 months ago or years ago and lay them on top of each other and see the changes that are being made with both you and your dog. So bottom line, this allows us to work together as if I was right in front of you, no matter where you're at in the world. You could be in Australia, you can be in Russia, you can be in Ireland, you can be right next door to me, and it doesn't make a difference. We don't have to worry about time zones either, because all this is going to be done online in this program, and when I wake up, then I make my comments on the videos that you've produced. There is no other coaching program that gives us this many options to work together and be successful. You want to create something like this, a dog that just wants to work 24/7 all the time? This is how we're going to do this. We're going to create a foundation. We're going to develop a relationship between you and your dog where this dog just wants to work for you nonstop, in and out of the ring. Now, everybody knows that when you go to a dog show, the judges have to see specific things. Now, they know lines, they know angles, they know textures, all the things that your dog must have according to your breed standard. But what many people do not show the judges is the true spirit of that animal. And to see that animal spirit over here, most people are afraid to do this because they're afraid to get it out of control. But if you have a good working relationship with this dog, you can have all this energy. You can dance, you can spin. Then take it down, slow that energy down to what's needed for that judge to see every aspect of that dog. All right. Whether you have the family pet or the dog that you want to do dog diving, barn hunt, scent work, fast cat, conformation, obedience, agility, any of those things right there, this is your one-stop shopping place. The live online lessons, You can sit back at the comfort of your own home, sit down in that chair, have a nice beverage right there, and let me and Michael do all the work. After we do all the demos, teach you all the particulars about that, then you're going to get homework assignments. And then as you post the homework assignments, I am going to help you fix the things that need to be fixed to move you along to meet your goals. So stay tuned, go to our YouTube channel, go to our Facebook page, but more importantly, let us know that you're out there and we can get you set up in a program that's going to exceed your expectations. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. This is Eric Salas with Canine World. Join us soon. We'll have some comments below on how to get started.